Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had the first game get wrapped up. It looked like Big were able to claw it back a little bit, but unfortunately, HellRaisers were the ones that came out on top. So Big going to be a bit upset, but HellRaisers are living it up. So Snods.
Yes.
What do you think about that one? It's pretty good, isn't it?
It was a good game. Obviously, expected a very different result there. Obviously, 16-7 in favor of HellRaisers, and first half finished. It was what? 96. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, Big win pistol here. They make it 9-9, and they close this one out with the more experience, more team cohesion they have. Obviously, been a team as a solid 5 roster for a lot longer than HellRaisers has. I'll put it like that. But of course, I mean, they win that second pistol. They win both pistols in a best of one, essentially, and that grants you that 6-round buffer. And from there, managed to close it on their T side. They won that first buy round. They made it 14-6. 14-6 scoreline. You know, there isn't really too much of a margin for error there. You have an 8-round buffer to make risky plays, essentially.
Yeah, it's true. They were trying a few different things here and there to actually switch it up a bit. But in the end, HellRaisers found their form and just locked it out. It was very good, though. I mean, we saw more so than anything, just highlight individual plays from Big. That was kind of what the difference factor was.
Yeah, it was like
it didn't amount to anything.
It wasn't any crazy executes from their T side or any crazy plays or smokes, or we didn't get the crazy wallbang, though, from Kyiv. But essentially, standard plays, I think, really too audacious and just basically fell flat.
It's true. Let's have a look at the odds as well, because map 2 is going to be coming up now.
Oh, wow, they're pretty much equal, yeah. So, obviously, before it was like, what, 2.2 to 1.5 for Big. So, to all those people I said to bet on Big, apologies to you lads out there. Nevertheless, equal odds right now going to Cobblestone. I think this is actually even better, because Big, hopefully, all right, they are 0-3 right now in the Pro League. Should be able to pick up a win here, surely.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good for HellRaisers, though, because obviously
really good odds.
They were actually down 2 maps. So now they are with a 1-2 fashion in the league. So they can cancel out what was a very shaky start yesterday if they go to 2-0 this series today.
Yeah. Another question as well is how much longer can Issa be performing the way he is? Obviously, he's only played 3 games so far, but it's been 3 poor games. Obviously, playing in the Pro League is such a massive step up from Mountain Dew or from any of the leagues they're playing in. The pressure, how will that play a factor into this one?
Yeah, it's true. Is that going to be an issue that obviously comes back to bite them? Because I think we saw him towards the end of the game there with 6 frags. I think it was possibly a little bit more, but it's still quite shaky. It's always the same scenario.
Then again, sometimes what happens when it's like a whitewash, essentially, when one team wins so extraordinarily, is that there isn't really any space, right? 0 or I was going to say 0 being on top kills, but the reason is sometimes when you are dominating a team, the person who's the entry fragger, who goes in first, you know, you're forcing so many ecos and weak buys from Big. You know, whoever goes first pretty much first grabs, first come, first serve to those eco kills. That's why the stat padding is definitely a thing. Obviously, if you're playing further back, more of that supportive role, that's why you don't see so many kills. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing with that as well. Obviously, if you sort of weren't seeing the game and didn't see yesterday's games as well, Zero has been on form. He's been ripping his way for everyone just on an individual fashion. He's looking very, very good at what he does. He's a killing machine. And
essentially.
Yeah, but this could be possibly because of how the lineup's now restructured. He's starting to come to the top. He's sort of mounted his way to the top of the pack. He can shine in that environment.
That is a good point, actually. The reshuffle of roles as well. I mean, obviously before when they had Oscar on the team and Stiko, obviously players in the server there, they're going to take up a lot of room. So obviously now that they're bringing in Wosik and Issa, it brings more of an environment where he can shine, he can show off his skills and what he's tailored to do.
That's the thing. Maybe that's the difference factor, is that obviously where there is a bit more leeway for him to sort of play to his strengths, that it could actually just be Zero stepping up in an environment that more so complements him. Do they need Issa actually getting these huge cluster rounds if Zero is going to be the one to able to do it? Obviously, we want to see a little bit more from him. It's seeming like he's still not really firing all cylinders, but they are definitely working.
The issue is, right, when I watched their demos online, Issa really impressed me. The skill, the aim he was able to conjure up and bring into the server was so good when there was like no pressure, right? And that could translate into practice. What happens if Issa in practice so far has been absolutely bodying teams, been playing phenomenal in practice? The problem is when push comes to shove, things change. So hopefully he does step up and he's the difference maker to maybe make this a clean 2-0.
Yeah, very possibly. Is that going to be the case? We're going to have to wait and see as we get into that one. Big, let map 1 slip. Map 2, Cobblestone, going to be a bit of a different affair. How do you reckon that's going to go just off a map basis between these 2 lineups?
Name that's coming to my head right now is 16-10, 16-12, between that range, in favor of Big. I mean, I'm a big fan of Big themselves. I don't know, I hate to see them lose. I'd like it to be, yeah, as I said there, 16-10. It should be, essentially, right? HellRaisers played so well on Cash. Definitely caught Big off guard. Big took so many risks, right? You got to remember as well, HellRaisers to win that one 16-7, they won both pistols. and they won versus the 3 Force buys that Big basically shot themselves in the foot with. So if Big play more of a standard approach, don't take HellRaisers so lightly. They must have saw the games from yesterday and thought, oh, this would be a rollover, this would be easy, and HellRaisers got them off guard.
Well, maybe so. Obviously, some of the sort of key points I was highlighting there is just how aggressive HellRaisers were looking into this one. Last night, it was sort of small moments of aggression, sort of flash in the pan here and there, where it'd be Woxic basically just going for the plays all on his own, whereas today it was more so Angel working in a duo.
Yep.
It would be Angel flashing in, say, with Issa or Woxic towards A main. They'd try and go for the aggressive plays. I mean, the pistol round sort of was the entire game in a nutshell, as it was so aggressive. We saw the 2-player push, where basically the whole round just got blown apart because they found those early entry frags from Zero.
Yeah, yesterday in the Mirage game between HellRaisers and Heroic, I mentioned the fact that the only real time we saw some cohesion or players playing together on the CT side from HellRaisers was the fact that Angel and Issa would group up together towards A ramp and push and get counter map control versus the map control Heroic were getting versus them. And that's the thing, right? We saw now Angel once again going to be calling the shots on that CT side. Obviously, he's towards middle, so he has more of a bird's eye view, I guess, on the CT side to call the shots and try and organize the, well, essentially what happens on that CT side. It makes it easier when you are in the pack making those calls.
Yeah, sort of one of those things, though. Again, that always, you know, you can't rely on just possibly winning those aggressive frags. And they were very close rounds as well. Even the early aggressive plays.
2v2s.
Yeah, they would constantly get the trades back. Big would always be able to refrag that, take control of bomb sites, and then it sort of crumbled away.
Well, that's why Big kept forcing, is because the rounds were so close. The reason you go for the force buy is if you essentially lose your force buy, it goes 2-0, which it did. Big won the, HellRaisers won the pistol. They won versus the force buy, but they won the force buy. Versus the force buy with only 2 players remaining, right? Which means those 2 players that survive have to drop over weapons to the players that died. The players that died, all of them have to reinvest into Kevlar, helmet versus the pistols, utility and whatnot, and that's why their money was slow and prone to being reset.
Well, we're going to have to see if that is how it is going to go. As it seems like we're going to be jumping into the action. It should be an exciting affair. Obviously, Cobblestone will be the map for this one, Snots.
So, Big once again can be starting on the T side. We saw it again on Cash. Obviously, they cannot have another miserable T side like they did on Cash. Let's see what's going to be. Dead Fox's time going to be picking up the utility, smoke, and defuse kit. And already some fast play here from Big. It's looking like a split between drop and B platform.
Push will come through. They are trying to find the opening frags. Angel will connect the headshot. Issa as well. Takes down Tabson, but Nex gets the double to bring it back into their favor. Nex keeping it going. It's a pain train right now as Nex is able to find free, but who will be his next victim? Keith, apparently, as Zero is able to connect that one. Start to push their way back through. Woxic as well. Actually goes down to God B. It's a 1 versus 1. God B through the smoke, finds the kill, wins the round as Big get the opener.
And there you have it. Big finally going to be taking a pistol in the first game of the second day of Pro League. Took them a while. So, HellRaisers now. How do they favor with losing, essentially? This is one of the things you bring up, right? When you win all these pistols, you're having dominating halves. What happens when finally things go south for you? How do you change things up, and how do you react to the added pressure of losing? Anyway, it's going to be the force by come from HellRaisers. Forces a Kevlar. This is surprising. Well, I say surprising. Potentially different here, Jack. Look who hasn't bought Kevlar. Dead Fox has no Kevlar and just the Deagle, which means he may be the player AWPing once the buy rounds do begin.
I'd actually like to see this as well. Even though Woxic can definitely, you know, he's got the potential, Snods. I just feel like it's untapped at the moment. I feel like it's more individualistic. When he's in clutch scenarios, that's when he lives up to his name. But in more sort of this team-based environment right now, Dead Fox is the one that's been performing for me.
So, 1 minute to run the clock. Bomb still out towards drop. T-spawn side. This is going to be Big holding a friendly aggression right now from HellRaisers, seeing if they can boost towards drop. Try peek with the Deagle towards B platform. Go for a double long push towards A. Instead, though, it's going to be from HellRaisers' side. 4 towards that B bomb side. They're going to be leaving Woxic alone towards A to clear out the angles, to hunker down, play the anchor role. But luckily for HellRaisers, look at the push, come towards the B bomb side from Big. Will they walk into the jaws?
Or the jaws of defeat. Get around them and actually bite down with a very aggressive bite. Quite like when you're hungry, Snods. Quite aggressive and very angry. As the push is going to be coming in. Issa is ready for Tabson. Will try and rattle away with his CZ, gets the first frag. Angel is welcome backstab here as he's armed to the teeth as well. The push comes through. They're struggling to prioritize who they want to actually kill here. That's where it gets a little bit messy as the site has been taken, sure, but the CTs can trade it back. It falls into a 2 versus 3, but they have such a ridiculous range advantage with these weapons that surely it should be their round. It's up to the CZs on Issa and Woxic for the retake here.
Oh, big nade coming in towards drop. Gets 1 kill. Woxic will get tagged up a little bit as well. 66 HP in the 1 versus 2.
He's got that UMP that he was able to scavenge, has a little bit of utility as well, a tad, you might say, to aid him. He has the flashbang that could be critical and blinding the opposition, but he charges straight through. He's so paranoid about their location, seeds of doubt in his mind as there's just so many awkward off angles where they could be playing from, trying to complement each other as he will swing wide, pushes out, gives the game away as well, so we can get backstep here at any moment. Look how paranoid he is. It was only a matter of time before Keeve would find the headshot, claim himself the third frag into the round, and they do get the second one, but it's close.
Yep, Keeve there, loops it round through Cbble, comes in behind Wosick, will execute him, and Grant big round number 2. Obviously, 2 players staying alive, but the difference here is, Jack, they're on their T side. If this was the CT side, Big on their CT side, sorry, had 2 players stay alive, the money would be lower. Then you might be able to cause a reason for HellRaisers to force there and try to do what Big were attempting to do to them on cash. And with those 2 UMPs, 3 AKs versus the volley could come out from HellRaisers, going to be stacking towards the A site. Unfortunately, though, Angel going to be given the wrong call as Godby wins the game of chess in this scenario, in this round, as it's looking like Big going to be ending towards the B bump site.
He's read it correctly, as they can just try and walk their way into B whenever they feel ready to go for it. They also have these good players in lurk positions. So Legia actually here as he just waits. He can spot Angel. He's also going to hear the pitter-patter of all their footsteps as they thunder around. So if they try and get to the back line and take them down late, Legia could just dismantle the play. Yeah,
unfortunately it's not a UMP in the scenario right now to try stack up as much cash as humanly possible. Then again, through the fire of the flames, they will walk into the jaws and the crossfire of the Kalashnikovs from Big, and there you have it. Clean round, well, as clean as it gets, essentially. Still a bang from Big, as they have 5 players stay alive onto their T side. Do they carry forward the SMGs into round number 4? Probably. We saw the high-risk players come up from Big on cash. It seems like they're willing to roll the dice and see if they can get 6. Anyway, let's see if they can get a 4 in terms of the rounds. There's going to be the buy come up from HellRaisers. Currently unable to put 1 on the board, but well, in this scenario here, first buy round, they're going to be bringing in no AWPs. Not to Woxic, not to Dead Fox. So how are they going to favor the 5 rifle setup?
Yeah, will they be able to actually defend themselves with these rifles? Oh, the early tag comes in. It's quite...
Was that through the door? I believe it was.
Yeah, wow. Zero seems to actually spamming away there. Takes down Legia as one is getting that mid control.
It's pretty much calmer there for what Keeve was doing to the HellRaiser squad. Nevertheless, though, 1-man advantage right now off of the back of the kill from Zero. For HellRaiser in the CT side, 1 minute 20 left on the clock, and Angel gets challenged here towards drop.
Peaks are coming out, the double face, but somehow Angel still finds the frag towards Godby. There's only barely just a trade because Tabson's left on 2 HP. If he pushes in, it just takes 1 round. All Issa has to do is just hammer down his mouse. Clicks mouse 1, finds the headshot back on towards Tabson, and they now outnumber the big players 2-1 as well. Next actually going to face on his own, it seems, here towards B. Gets the close molly in, see if anyone is playing by Olaf there to try and peek out and find the frag, but no one will do so just yet. Dead Fox just waiting for the push to come towards him though.
2 versus 4 now, Dead Fox behind default, can play the headshot angle if he wants to. Now next, creeps his way through, gets the kill towards drop. Actually, manages to spray up Dead Fox just a little bit. Now this is going to be Keeve down the 1 versus 3. Doesn't have the AWP, but will plant the bomb for the extra cash going into round number 5 for Big.
Gets away with it as well. I thought it actually would have gone down to Dead Fox there. Trying to play around the statue here as he finds the headshot, the wallbang even. How is he actually staying alive into this one? And got himself into such a good position. It's awkward for them to take fights with him right now. Keeve lands the headshot. What a flick. That is so furious as he leaves himself just waiting. Zero has to do all the work into this round. He doesn't have to do anything. He can just listen out for the audio cues, peek into him and take him down into the late round. He doesn't extend too far out though as he gets caught with his pants around his ankles. Zero will kill him.
Close but no cigar there. Keeve was having a monstrous 1 versus 3. Will do so much economical damage though to HellRaisers. They peak 1 by 1, and it's going to grant the money potential reset into this round, round number 5. Big take this one, make it 4-1. Break the money of HellRaisers. Make it, well, basically force HellRaisers to use all the money they have in the bank account. That could easily be UMPs, 5-7s, a very weak buy. Make it 5-1, and then play versus the Eco 6-1. This could be a 6-1 scoreline here, Jack. If Big can take this early round here. Nevertheless, though, 2 UMPs, 2 rifles, and well, make it 3 rifles actually. A FAMAS, AK, and M4 for the side of HellRaisers, as they are going to be coming up against the 5 AK setup from Big. We saw it again on Cash. Keeve, he's effective with the rifles. We saw in the last round as well. He doesn't need the AWP round after round. And let's see, the 1 minute 30 on the clock. Bomb once again outside drop, as it seems like Big love to end towards speed bomb site. They take control of drop, they take control of B platform. They wait for the smokes from the CT side to fade, and then they do the execution towards the site. They try to split it systematically through drop and through B, trying to see if they can exploit any weaknesses from the CT defense.
Grouping up right now, as it will be an all-out aggressive explosion into the round. 2 players for a drop down. The rest going to push through as well and then see what they can actually achieve here. As right now they're just waiting holding their angles in case any aggressive players from HellRaisers will go too deep. A different style of CS from HellRaisers into this one is they have been just playing more loose, more further back, just complementing each other on angles rather than getting aggressive. They do the double molly though. And Big actually lose on the early plans they wanted to go for. They can't burst down, drop down just yet. They have to boil through a lot of time, leaving themselves with not too much to play with. So it has to be a very clean take now towards the bomb site. Counter flash goes in, and they flood down. Can they find the frags though? They block off every line of sight on towards the site. But Issa actually still finds the opening headshot. Dead Fox as well gets on, but they're trading them back. This is what's efficient about this. They've gained site control now.
Oh, Godby can cut off the rotations as well. He's going to find the headshot to Wosik. Angel now towards speed. What can he do? Can't deny the plant as well because the bomb is being planted inside the smoke. It's a shroud to cover the bomb planter. And Godby surviving 1 HP. Maybe able to find the final kill onto Zero, but holding the angle. And Zero will find the headshot. Has no kit though, so this scenario of winning the round is so unlikely. Actually, it's looked like the smoke there to cover off B is going to be basically a wall to try and deny the hunt to take the rifle from Zero. Without the kit, there's no real chance of him claiming that round. It's going to be the reset. Jakey, our observer, if you can show us the money, please, real quick. How bad is this going to dent that CT economy, or is this not listening to me, Jack? Jakey, can we see the money, please? The dosh. There we go. 1.4k is all HellRaisers is going to get. And you can see the money now. Zero doesn't even have money to drop over a weapon. This is going to be an awful buy coming from HellRaisers. It's going to go 4-1 here. Big, if they win the next one versus the Force buy from HellRaisers, they can make it 5-1. Play versus the Eco, 6-1. And at that point, they can establish a better economy. And they will be doing very well leading into the rest of this first half.
Yeah, good work so far. Obviously, the investment comes in for Keith there. He's going to go for the Mac 10 because he knows he can probably get a few cheeky kills here and there. Only a few players of armor. Actually, Issa does invest into it as well. And that's a lot of utility here into this buy.
Once again, all players from HellRaisers HellRaisers forcing. And that means no AWP going into the next buy round in case they lose this one. Again, HellRaisers basically establishing more of a rut they've already put themselves into.
Dead Fox with a scout, trying to see if he can find the aggressive angles here as he takes quite a deep stance, and Keeve actually rips his way through with the Mac 10 as well, so he bursts out. He's the front line force that's going to try and just steamroll his way through everyone. Issa will overpower him with the CZ. He's in a fairly effective angle. They've also got that Kalashnikov in their firepower right now as the headshot comes through. Next goes down. tabseN will trade it back on towards Angel, so it's a 3 versus 3 still, but they have the range to play with. Godby can spot up the head of Issa. Doesn't give him a single chance to try and stay alive. Zero gets the kill. Zero tries to double it up as well. Zero connects the headshot slot. It's a 1 versus 1 here. Zero! So close. tabseN survives on 2 HP.
Again, these rounds are so close. Somehow, some way, though, Big prevail round after round as we go into round number 7. It's going to be the 4-round advantage for Big on their T-side cobblestone. HellRaisers, the eco is going to come to fruition now. Zero has 4,200, so he can actually drop with the AWP. I was wrong. I forgot the fact that Zero had the AK already into play, which meant there will be an AWP from the CT side going into round number 8. But at that point, Jack is going to be a 6-1 score unless someone goes crazy on the HellRaisers side. Bomb going to be joining the ranks, I believe, towards outside B. Keeve's going to go for the same play, same mischievous play. Jump out through plat potentially, try to get the first kill. Trying to see as well, what you can do with the Mac 10 is use the Mac 10 as a probe for information. You can throw away the Mac 10, even if he loses that gun. Who really cares if an unarmored player from the CT side has a Mac 10? It's 8 bullets to the chest to kill someone. So even if you have a man disadvantage, if you get the information that HellRaisers are stacking towards one of the sites, that information is worth its weight in 1 dead player.
It's true. Be quite a heavy bit of weight there for 1 dead player, but tabseN going to peek out as he finds that kill, takes down Angel. Dead Fox as well, going to trade it back on towards Keeve. Godby's ready right now as they just play by the broken wall. Peek together, smart timing. They will find all these frags so easily. And once again, it's dead for Woxic last alive. Miles away, obviously, playing towards short like this. He hasn't really had too many fights to go on.
Who's this, sorry?
Woxic. I believe he's still 0-6 right now, I think. Because
I'm pretty sure he's had kills.
No, he's had no frags since the game. 0-6.
Oh, dear.
No one's pushed towards
0-7, there he is, James Bond.
This is the thing, though, but no one's actually gone towards A. They have never taken the map to go towards A.
Do you know what's funny as well? When it was 3-1, and Big had the second buy round for themselves, HellRaisers stacked 3 players towards the A site. The reason being is Big got demolished towards B. Obviously, Keeve almost won that 1 versus 3, but before that happened, it was a 1 versus 3. The reason being is HellRaisers had such a good setup there towards B. They locked down the aggression from Big, and that's why HellRaisers expected a play from Big towards A. That was the reasoning behind the stack. Once again, though, it's going to be 2 players towards A from HellRaisers, Zero and Woxic. So, having no Zero towards that B bomb site, is that a catalyst to maybe set up the rest of the half for Big if they can win this one, make it 7-1, force up the weak buy from HellRaisers, make it 8-1 at that point. and basically do exactly what HellRaisers did to them on Cash. Anyway, they're looking at the buys. Give me the single up setup to both teams. 4 rifles to finish off both buys for both teams. Standard affair here. Nothing too crazy happening just yet. Kiefer with the AWP may lead the charge here and lead forward with the AWP and clear out the angles. Once he's cleared out stairs and towards Cubby, they can then set up for the execute. They can smoke off towards B.
Oh, surely not.
You can't see him. You can molly that position though. The question is, do they molly it? But now, he's cleared the angle so the execute can happen. Let's see if HellRaisers can hold off this one.
Molotovs go in, so no one sitting on top of a tree will be able to actively play from the position. You do have Woxic playing anti-flash here, so they're just waiting for the push to come in. And they're going to try and trade it back. As the push comes through, it's actually Issa, sorry, that's playing anti-flash, but he goes down. Woxic gets his first frag as he will eliminate Godby, but the backstab from Tabson could be so massive. Spots out Zero, but he gives himself away. Luckily, still was able to readjust to find the frag, but Woxic does damage with the AWP there. Gets the wall bang off. It's Kiev that has to just try and roam around. In a 1 versus 2. Gives the game away with his opening shot. Spots them out, but he can't compose himself. Will fall to Angel, and HellRaisers get that round on the board. They've also got double AWP set up now.
The biggest thing that happened there from HellRaisers was the smoke from Dead Fox towards Electric at drop. One of the biggest issues that some players do is they use the smokes too early on the CT side, and the reason being is, if you smoke off B platform too early, as soon as the smokes go, you have no protection versus an execute, essentially. What you're supposed to do if you're defending towards the B bomb site on your CT side is, once an execution comes towards B, and you're expecting a B split through drop, you smoke off Electric, and that holds off the aggression, and it allows for time for the rotates to happen from your allies to come in towards that B bomb site and have a 4 versus 5 towards B. Anyway, talk about 4 versus 5, Jack. Godby finds the first towards A long. Losic does go down. It's going to be the 6-2 scoreline, and it's looking like potentially the reset for HellRaisers already a man down.
Losing Losic that early on could come back to haunt them. They do actually switch it out, so Angel's going to slide away his M4, grab that AWP and scavenge the weapon. Possibly could be quite useful into these later rounds. Then Fox has 1 kill towards next, but there's the trade from Kiev. So there's a man disadvantage for them. And they are tiptoeing in towards that B-bomb site. Godby going to try and strike at the right time. We'll find the headshot back towards Issa. They've now cracked open a little opener here, but Zero! Oh, could have been bad if he found that kill. He will be able to get traded out, though, by Tabson. It's all on Angel, really. Finds the opening kill. They start to push towards him. He's roaming around, finding these frags, and they've had to fully rotate over towards A.
Don't forget, their asses back towards A. Get away from Angel's AWP. But he finds 2 nice flicks there to find himself in the 1 versus 2. Tabson now holding the line towards drop, towards window. And he does fine. It's going to be 7-2 now. The reset once again for HellRaisers. It can't get any worse for them on the CT side. Look at their money, Jack. 1.5k onto 2 players. 1,700, 1,800, 2,700 for Dead Fox. He is the richest player on that side. He can only afford a UMP, Kevlar, and light utility. The buy does come through though. Actually going to buy with the Scout instead of the UMP. Goes for no Kevlar. Strange really, considering that he has $1,000, but nevertheless, who am I to judge? It's going to be round number 10. 7-2 advantage for Big. 4 AKs, AWP for Kiev once again. Big, if they win this one, make it 8-2. Play versus the Eco, make it 9-2, establishing such a dominant first half.
They go for the counter boost play here. Angel going to wander in around the smoke, but Tabson plays it smart, stick close to the wall. He walks directly into him, and he finds the headshot.
So, man advantage already for Big. Seems like I've been saying that far too many times into Cobblestone. Last round has Godby onto Woxic towards A long. This time it's Angel being taken down by Tabson. 2 players towards A, 2 players towards B from the HellRaisers side. I say towards B, 1 towards drop and 1 towards B long, so essentially 1 towards B. CT defense is split here. They're not stacked or committed to one side. Let's see if Big can capitalize off of that. They can take control of Dock here. Smoke off towards Electric. Jump through window. Exploit the weakness towards the A bomb site. Try and see if they can establish themselves 8, round number 8.
Yes, sir. Oh, bit awkward. Actually did eventually get the dink on towards Tabson, so he's only left on 5 HP, but it took way too much effort for him to actually even be able to do so. Woxic and Zero here playing together. Zero plays anti-flash. Woxic will be the one to go down first, and then they'll try and trade this back out. Flashbang goes in. They beat together. Smart stuff there. Zero land the headshot with a 5-7. They're not going to overextend as well. Zero just sticks his nose in to get a bit more information. The Leggy is already out towards the A bomb site. He's getting tagged down low, though, and Dead Fox strikes swiftly. Snods. He comes in with a scout, gets the tag off, hungry for more, gets the body shot as well. They're doing damage. Zero charges through the smoke. Issa as well. Spams away with the CZ. Woxic for the final kill with the scavenged AK-47, and HellRaisers pick the one up.
There you have it. The full 4 spy come out from HellRaisers, meriting themselves round number 3. Still though, they find this round, they are in a 4-round deficit. Actually, you're right there. So they're going to be showing us the money. Even though Big have such a strong advantage into the first half, they are still going to be forced into a weak buy into round number 11. 2 Tech-9s, a PT-50 onto Legia. Has the utility though onto Kiev and Legia. AK onto Tabson once again. Going to be leading the charge here, clearing all the angles with the AK. He needs to find and establish the first kill towards A long. Then try and see if they can capitalize off of that and execute towards that site. With only 1 smoke now left, they're going to have to use the smoke towards connector. They can't do a connector smoke, a balcony smoke, Molotovs towards default, towards behind APC, exactly where Woxic Orb is lurking.
Do reshuffle it. Not quite sure on where they want to situate their attack to yet. Going to reposition and locate themselves over towards that B bomb site. There are 3 players there, as they do have Angel just waiting for the window boost. Obviously Issa and then Dead Fox on the scene of the crime. Seems like Angel will be the one that's actually contested though if they take that fight towards drop down. They do have the rifle, so Tabson's going to go out through long there, so he can actually try and find those long range headshots. Bit of a distraction from next towards the A site as well. Could cut off the rotates. Dead Fox risking the play.
So it's going to be the B split. I say B split, A split, sorry, towards, well, obviously A. Through drop. They can smoke off electric here. Oh, can they? They're actually out of smokes now. Going to have to go through it dry. They make the noise of dropping as well. You can hear Issa hearing all these steps, and now Angel towards window should be able to find 3 as a bare minimum. Gets 1, but eventually traded up by the AK. A big debye. It's going to be the 4 versus 4 now. Issa towards window.
It was all about timing there for Issa, and unfortunately he had a bad clock as he picked the wrong time in there, but Dead Fox will be able to work his way through. Finds a double kill. Has got B and Tabson go down. They brought a little bit of strategy to the table, but the tactician play isn't going to work out.
There you have it. 7-4 now as you go into round number 12. It's going to be the buy for HellRaisers once again, of course. MP9 there for Angel. He's going to be potentially the money difference maker in this scenario. You can see that money run out for HellRaisers. 1,500-ish across the board for the CT side. And Angel, he has to try to stack up as much cash as humanly possible with these MP9s and the SMG he has. $600 per kill. No armor onto the team players to see what they can do.
Ooh, Woxic and Zero. They can do a bit of work to kick the round off as they are finding these kills. They want to try and get through it with as little many casualties as possible as Woxic and Issa do find the final couple of frags and they close it out.
Nearly perfect there from HellRaisers. 4 players staying alive into the CT side versus the fully equipped from Big. You want 4 players staying alive. The reason is you can be able to establish economy. The reason is you get your $3,500 loss bonus, basically round win bonus. 3.5k into your bank. You only have to drop over 1 weapon. So that's the only real cost, essentially. It's pure profit apart from that. Anyway, though, HellRaisers do manage to string some rounds together. It's going to be 5-7 now. 2-round disadvantage, though, nevertheless, after having the current momentum into this first half. 5 AKs for Big, no AWP for Kiev. We've seen the impact he's had so far. And now, deducted down to just the AK. How will the Kalashnikov favour him? Talking about being deducted down in terms of firepower, Angel on the MP9 now into round number 13. Going to be carrying forward that weapon into this one. Bomb, once again, outside drop. 2 players there towards B platform. They've boosted up next. Is that actually a Molotov for stairs? It is indeed. So, Molly will come out towards stairs. He can flash the angle as well. As soon as they clear out this angle towards stairs, they can then execute towards the side.
Bursting their way through as they're going to sprint out and hope to try and pick this one up with ease. But Issa and Dead Fox have other ideas. They're finding the kills. Ligia and Nix will be able to trade it back. Tabson as well comes in with 1 frag, but is it enough? It's a 2 versus 2. They spot it out with the timing being in his favor. Eventually, he will be able to pick that kill up. Woxic strikes with a CZ, switches out to his primary. He's got the AWP's nods. It's going to be the AWP retake against Legia. It's going to be an awkward one.
Kit, smoke, flash, and then Molotov. He knows exactly where Legia is lurking. Going to hold for the cross towards default. Let's see though, Legia's going to peek, spots his head. Doesn't quite get the kill just yet.
He has that utility to aid him, but the timing really is unfavoring him right now. He just has to storm in. Won't switch out to a different weapon. He doesn't want to give any potential chances out just yet. We'll grab the M4. 17 bullets in the chamber as he fires off a couple right now. Eventually we'll get the kill. Takes down Legia and gets the defuse. They've almost equalized the scoreline 6-7.
Yep, 4 rounds of the trot now for HellRaisers. They pick up the force buy with the pistols, and from there, they've been carrying for the momentum from that round win. It's going to be round number 14 now, the penultimate round of the first half. Big. 7 rounds already in the T side. If they get 1 more, make it 8-6, potentially 8-7 scoreline, they will win the half regardless. But of course, they did win the pistol as well. HellRaisers, we know how strong they are on those pistol rounds. If this goes 8-7, if HellRaisers win that second pistol, this could easily be an 11-4, 11-7 scoreline, sorry. And who knows at that point. Anyway, though, or onto Wojcik, and once again, Big's economy is strong enough to establish an AWP for themselves. So Kyiv can be the AK once again. We saw what happened from the Big defaults. They take control of B platform. They show little presence towards A. They show a lot of presence towards drop. They take control of that. And then essentially, once you have control of your platform, you clear out stairs. You can then opt to go for the smoke execute with the mollies and the flashbangs. Or you go for the burst play to try counteract the AWP, which they try to do, but unfortunately for them, HellRaisers held it down once again.
Samson gets the opening headshot. Wojcik as well comes in, though, as he gets two. Can he get the third? Next, slowly getting tiptoeing up. The smoke comes in, gives him a small margin to actually escape, but he runs into the crosshair of Godby. Zero with the timing. It's a little bit all over the place. He's trying to compose himself. He's a bit spooked about the scenario, but will be able to wallbang, take down Legia. Next finds the headshot towards Deadfox. It's a very messy round, trade for trade all over the place, but it all falls to one man. Next, he has an AK. He's got the bomb and a tad of utility to try and aid in the flashbang on the Molotov. He walks his way over towards the A-bomb site. He is being hunted from the rear, though, by Issa. And Zero is going to be running straight into his crosshairs. He was primed and ready for it as well, but he has to cross back past where Issa is playing from, and Issa gets the kill.
Scoreline is going to be equalized 7-7 now as we go into the final round of the first half. Big, if they can finish on 8 after having such a strong lead. A 7-2 advantage on their T side. They let it slip. HellRaisers now with the momentum in their favor. They have the firepower, the buy advantage. For Big, it's going to be 2 UMPs and 3 AKs. And light utility as well. You can see 2 players there having no grenades. That could be their downfall. It's going to be the fast play towards B. 5 players going to be entrenched there towards that B bomb site. HellRaisers is going to be the default coming up from the city side. 2 towards A, 1 towards drop, and 2 towards that B bomb site. Let's see if 2 is enough to hold off the eventual commitment towards this B bomb site from Big. But actually, that smoke there towards platform is going to give Big a bit of cold feet there. They're going to check the rear. They've still got 15 seconds to wait for before that smoke does dissipate. And actually, the remainder of the Big players are going to join the ranks and slowly shift their way back towards A. Thing is as well, though, they are going to keep 2 here from the CT side. Wojcik with the AWP can solo there towards APC. Zero going to hunk himself up on top of default, so he can spot towards middle. Question is, though, that A site is so hard to retake from the CT side. Wojcik, Zero, they have to get 1 kill apiece before they do go down. If it's a 3 versus 3, then maybe HellRaisers can bring it back. Let's see what these 2 players can do towards this A side. Eventually, Big make their mark and their way towards A.
Pushing their way through, hoping to slip in and get this round on the board as they have time to play with. They have all the utilities well to aid them, block off those lines of sight, force HellRaisers to play from unorthodox angles, not really positions that are going to complement each other, where they can't try and play for trades. Trying to get the opening frag as well. A bit of a spam comes through, but not really a connection. They actually take a bit of damage on the T side. And Angel sends Godby off as he's left in a dirt nap. Next will find the kill with the AK as well as he trades it back. Swift headshot from Zero there as he peeks up, tries to double it up, but Nex is on fire. Gets the double kill, but they have to plant right now. Snods Nex keeps it roaming as he finds the drive-by kill. That is spectacular. Deadfox only get 1 kill before Key finishes it off. It's an 8-7 half. It's looking good so far for Big. They finally got a bit of momentum, but can they continue that? Will they have the drive to close it out on the second half? Let's find out after the break. back, everybody, to the stream. Obviously, half one has just been wrapped up there
Yes.
on the second map on Cobblestone. A lot closer than what we saw on Cash.
Yeah, essentially. Well, first half on Cash was 9-6. Obviously, 8-7, fairly the same, but big. I guess that's the difference you're talking about, right? The fact that the last half, or the last map, sorry, Big were in the deficit of 9-2, I believe it was, or 8-1 at some point as well. And actually, it was Big in that scenario the same way that HellRaisers were on Cash. So, on Cobblestone, Big had the early lead. It was what? I think it was 7-2 or 7-2 advantage on their T-side Cobblestone. They're playing versus the Force Buy. If they win that Force Buy, they make it 9-2. They win versus the Eco. Suddenly, looking at a 10-2 scoreline. You know, things get out of hand. But somehow, some way, HellRaisers claw it back. Let's see what Tabson can do here. Finds the first.
Tabson getting the opening frag there as he connects the headshot on towards Angel. Drops him down and tries to fall back and get himself into a better angle as well. A nice early bit of aggression shown, but then you tone it down a bit. Actually peeking out though. Dead Fox extends around the corner and finds the headshot stuns. They trade it back into a 4 versus 4.
So, equal manpower onto both teams. 1 minute 50 on the clock. HellRaisers right now expecting a push from A. But actually Key is going to be playing rather passive this time. Going to be holding for the push and actually coming from the T side instead. Peeks towards mid, still spots no one. He wants to play for the early information towards middle so the rotations can come through, but actually, next they'll spot the players towards long.
They're flooding towards next, hoping that they'll just overwhelm him due to their sheer confidence of sprinting in as they scream at him right now, finding the early kills. Well, actually, Dead Fox and Isra are the ones to grab those frags and run off, fairly happy with themselves. They do get the bomb down as well, so it's left on Keeve. Tiptoeing in through the rear. But they have the ankle covered. Surely he shouldn't even get anything here. You imagine he won't even get a single frag as they are primed already. They just have to hold. No reason to peek. When he pushes towards them, that's when they face together in a 3-2-1 peak fashion and take him down. Keeve is going to extend out. They know he's incredibly close. They get the early attack towards him. Now they flood in. He will get one frag, but the trade's there from Dead Fox.
Yeah. The reason Keeve there was towards long. I mean, there's two scenarios you can do in that position. You can either save your Kevlar, obviously a 1 versus 4 of no kit, basically an impossible scenario to win. Save your Kevlar, then you can buy a pistol into the second round, essentially, of the second half. But instead, he went for it, tries to get $300 per kill. He did get 1 kill, which means he could go for a deagle into this scenario, into this round, but actually going to go for the P250. So he will be able to buy up head armor if he wants to, but obviously, versus the AKs and the full buys is pointless. But it means he can buy a flashbang into that first buy round. Anyway, it's going to be 8-8 now, as HellRaisers win the second pistol and go 3 out of 4 in terms of the pistols at the first game of the night. And actually, so far in Pro League, they've actually gone 6-8 in terms of pistols, so heavy favourites as soon as those pistols are in their arsenal. Anyway, let's give the MAC-10, SMGs across the board right now for HellRaisers. Gillo there for 0 and AK for Woxic. As you see, they're playing the very slow passive default right now on that T side. They're holding for any aggression coming from Big, expecting a peek or something to try and get an opening and try and find a way to butcher themselves towards one of these two sites.
Play towards B, slowly starts to come out though. Legia is in position with a scout, ready to try and land those tags. Him and Tabson actually do take down Angel. That was very nicely done, incredibly fast. Both of them tagging him at the same time, blowing him out the server in a fraction of the time. As they now take control of the air bomb set though, they're going to team their way in. They have the MAC-10 over on, so he's going to be the one that tries to lead the charge, get the early tags out, see if he can rip his way through and build up the extra cash. They go for the little totem pole here though, as Nex is boosted up. Keeve actually could cut the rotate off as well if they don't clear the angle towards Matrix. Peeks out, but the timing's not really going to favour him, and he falls.
4 versus 4. Bomb is planted towards such a hard site to retake. No kits run out for the CT side, and no Kevlar's one to Tabson. Woxic finds one as well towards balcony. There you go. 1-man advantage right now for the side of HellRaisers, and an impossible retake for Big, as it seems like they're just going to throw in the towel and save these upgraded pistols and Kevlar into the next one. Round number 18.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. Cut your losses here. You're not really going to be able to win this one. Just back off, let it slip away, try and reset yourself for the next round.
Yeah, nevertheless, though, for HellRaisers, they do have 4 players surviving into the next one, which means their money should be able to build up a fair bit. Let's see, though. Issa with the MAC-10 trying to hunt for some kills here, trying to see if he can stack up $600 apiece. Well, unfortunately for him, he won't get any kills. So actually, a much better game from Issa, finally stepping up, and actually the player underperforming is Angel, but as the IGL captain, they really expect him to be towards the top of said scoreboard. So, 8-9 will be the scoreline. HellRaisers the 1 round advantage. Big. They did save 3 upgraded pistols and a UMP into this round. That's why you're going to see still a strong buy into round number 18. Anyway, it's looking like the eventual play here towards B from HellRaisers. Going to take control of drop. Use the MAC-10 to basically flood its way and try to plow towards the B-bomb site.
Charging their way through. The opening kill will come out from Issa. He's armed with the Mac-10, but he knows how to wield it in such proficient manner as he finds a double kill. Dead Fox as well grabs one as he does a fair bit of damage, ripping the head off of Next. Their Keeve also falls. It's all on Legia, miles away from where the action has already occurred, and it's started to calm down now. They've got site control, and they're also going to just play with that time and get the bomb planted late.
Yep, has no Kevlar as well. So one shot from these AKs will send his crosshairs soaring. Obviously, can try to get an exit kill, but right now the money is fairly good for the side of HellRaisers. Gets one tag in and a kill. Tries to go for a second one, but doesn't quite get it. 3 players staying alive for HellRaisers, so their money. But it build just a little bit. Let's see what the buy's going to be like from Big on their CT side. UMP there for God B. Orc there for Legia. Wow, is he going to be using the Orc towards B platform? Maybe flash the angle, smoke platform, molly out towards the Cbble there towards the back of B platform, and then use the long-range weapon to their advantage? Actually, he's going to be using it towards A. This is actually quite surprising. I haven't really seen the Org in place so far.
Whose Org is this? Hey, I found this Org. Whose Org is this? Do you remember that, mate? Showed you that. Back from 1.6.
Oh, I thought you were making a reference to something else, mate.
Oh, no.
So I found this Org. That's what I thought you were getting with that one.
Oh, right. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, Dead Fox was the first, actually through the smoke there, I believe, onto God B. It's going to be the 5 versus 4 here. Dead Fox is tagged up, though, of course, so still rather equal affair.
As he kills the first man, going to be able to open up the round a little bit. Dead Fox is left on 18 HP, though, as he will get that kill. They now try and reposition round. Is this where the Orc stove starts to begin? As they are going to slowly tiptoe out, take that aggression towards the bomb site, try and really plant the seeds of doubt in their mind. You just strike with it. What a spectacular kill, as he will punish Angel. Keeve nearly getting the second shot. Will reposition, finds the flick back towards Issa, though. This is very well done. Oh, the jump face comes out. He's trying to bait him, but Woxic will fall, and it's just left on Dead Fox. Spots out Tabson, but Tabson, running game of Peekaboo, will switch round. His spidey senses started to tingle, and he took him down. So,
there you have it. Round number 20 now. Let's see what the buy's going to be like for HellRaisers. 3,000 across the... Oh, actually, no. 8,000 nearly there for Dead Fox, so my money counting skills aren't the best today. Let's see what the buy's going to be like. Dead Fox can drop over the op to Wosick, and I believe he has. It's going to be 3 AKs bought so far. 0. What was he dropped? UMP, so... the best weapon in that scenario.
Classic Keeve.
There you have it. It's going to be 9 to 10. Big in the 1 round deficit. If they win this round here, make it 10 to 10, break the economy from HellRaisers, they can try and force some ecos from the T side and get their way into the lead. So, slow D4 run out coming from HellRaisers, holding for some aggression towards A long, middle, and towards B platform. We saw the exact same from Big though on their T side. They'll go for the slow defaults, but then eventually they'll clear the angles towards stairs and towards B platform, and then the execution would rain down towards one of the sites. They'll take advantage of the CT defense that HellRaisers are putting up.
Will HellRaisers be able to take advantage of their defense, though? As the Molotovs come in, they counter it with Molotov of their own, so obviously there will be no aggressive burst instantly when they know the CTs are forced back out of their favorable angles. Big looking a little bit more timid, though, now, as the aggression is starting to come in from HellRaisers.
So, 3 players towards A long from HellRaisers. Keeve there. Good time Molotov. 50 seconds left on the clock. And actually towards drop, Issa finds the first. Another player there from the CT side. We'll get in towards window. It's going to be next. So can still hold the line here and try to prevent the A split from happening from HellRaisers towards that, of course, aforementioned A bomb site.
Oh, this is a deep rotate in, though, now going through connector. They've actually forced Keeve to fall so far back towards site because he was taking the aggression deep. This is massive on how much room they now have to breathe on the HellRaisers side.
HellRaisers now the 1-man advantage. If they can get control of this A site as well without losing a player. Oh my goodness, his gun, I think his AWP barrel is showing there.
Oh. Angel finds a headshot towards next and now push their way towards the site. Legia was swift on the rotate over and he finds a headshot as well. That is brutal stuff. Gets into the backline. They weren't prepared for it and the timing is not in their favor. Woxic would have to run to the site, plant immediately. He has to get this kill or the round is over. All Tabson has to do is hide.
So there you have it. 10 to 10 as the timer does expire. Oh my goodness there, Wosick. If he had gone down after the bomb plant, sorry, after the timer had expired, he wouldn't have been able to save the AWP and he would have been, well, essentially receiving no more. Yeah, he actually does. I forgot about this. So, on the terrorist side, if the bomb is not planted and the timer expires, you will get no round loss bonus. And you can see it there, $400 for Wosick, which means his money isn't matching the rest of the HellRaisers economy. So it's a mismatch in terms of the money run out for the T side. Big managed to claw this one back as their Org icon does suggest. They bear their way through it, and they come back to a 10-10 score. Let's see. Let's give the eco essentially coming out from HellRaisers. Woxic has the Molotov, can't really do too much with that one. If he could have bought flashes here, maybe there'd be a chance. And actually, with 5 seconds left in freeze time, HellRaisers are going to go for the all-out audacious force buy. Deagle there for 0, CZ for Angel, UMP for Dead Fox once again. Let's give it the AK there onto Issa and AWP for Woxic.
Well, the HellRaisers motto there. Big money, big women, big fun. They've gone for the investment. They absolutely love it. Let's see if it will pay off as they send their aggression over towards the B-bomb site.
So, already 5 players here stacked towards this B-bomb site. It's looking like the split towards B through drop, trying to see if they can get close quarters with these upgraded pistols and SMGs. Got B towards drop. Molotov's going to go through as well. It's a good time one as well to hold off the push and delay the commitment.
Has to fall back as they make their presence known. They swarm down through drop and attempt to explode out, but the timing works so massively in their favor as they catch the CTs off guard. They're able to get these early executes. godb will trade it back with 1 headshot. The nade comes in as well from godb. He's the silver lining that's keeping his team alive right now. godb is doing everything in his own will to try and stop this round from going the way of HellRaisers. He's forcing them to, they're not really raising too much hell at all. It's just left on Woxic and Dead Fox. They're in fairly aggressive stances. They're deep in towards the B-bomb site. And they're just trying to see if they can find something else to aid them into the round. 2
versus 3. Woxic now going to slowly but surely peeking his way and clearing up the angle there towards Pizza. Outside drop. Flash comes in.
Oh, very nicely done. Team flash over to try and allow godb to peek in. He's got the 4K, he gets the 5K! godb shuts them down. The ace for him and a round for Big.
There you have it, the ace from the IGLN captain for the Big squad. It's going to be 11-10 now. As I believe that's 3 rounds now on the trop for Big. They're going to break and shatter the HellRaisers economy and force the eco. You can already see Deagle there, but no Kevlar onto the T side. This is another round now for Big where they can try and stack up as much cash as humanly possible going into round number 23.
The AWP coming out on Kiev as well. Now they have the secondary AWP on Tabson. I want to see if they can be a little bit more loose, a bit more aggressive, maybe something like that, and it works fantastically. Issa had no idea what was coming.
He makes it look so easy as well. Oh, he does get the second as well. Another wallbang there from Kiev. Gets the 3rd kill as well. The hat-trick for him. These frags just look so easy and basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Effortless for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, it's going to be Angel now last alive. If he gets a kill here or there, tries to take 2 weapons out of the Big arsenal, try and dent their economy just a little bit. But actually, Kiev going to go for another wallbang here.
Look at the angle there. That is what a curt angle that is. Absolutely filthy.
So, going to retrieve the bomb. 1 minute 10 on the clock, so that's time to try and weed his way through all the angles and calculate the best possible scenario that he can have.
Spots out Legia, misses the opening shot though. Legia will say, you know what, you can have that 1 try, and then punishes him.
I believe that was 5 players staying alive as well for the CT side. 4,000 across the board for the CT economy, which means if HellRaisers do win this one, make it 12-11, Big can still buy, and that's crucial because that sets up a scenario and paints the picture of a possible T economy reset. And from there, you could be looking at 13-10. Eco count from HellRaisers, 14-10. You know, that's basically all she wrote at that point. Right, 5.4 counter Dead Fox. Does he drop over the up to Woxic and have no utility and no head armor as well versus the M4s? Does Dead Fox actually finally wield the AWP? Guess we're going to find out. Woxic going to buy the AK. Dead Fox isn't bought just yet. Is he going to go for the AWP? No head armor, no. It's going to be the 5 AK buy count from HellRaisers. This could mean they're going to play a default into map control, into execute style of CS. And if they do, are they going to be leaning towards one of the 2 sides? It's looking like a slow default coming for HellRaisers though anyway. 2 towards A, 2 towards B, then 1 towards drop as they leave the bomb outside A.
Kiev rotates back over, does have the AWP. Goes for a little bit of an early tap because the smokes have gone in, so he doesn't want to run the risk of extending through into what could have been a straight burst from HellRaisers.
Oh, he spotted the head there. The counter boost towards drop does get spotted and seen. The boost there from Tabson with the AWP. I don't think he's realized they've actually seen him. They're going to go for the counter boost now. He's crouching, he's waiting, he sees the head. Just a tip is all he needs. And there you have it. 1-man advantage.
Molotov comes in, it's going to get hot and spicy towards drop down, so godb is forced to back out of there as he has to just wait for the oncoming onslaught. He's getting ready to charge towards him. It's just going to be Angel that will go for the lurk play. The rest of them going to assault towards the A site. Legia up close to personal towards Matrix. The M4 is in his arms, but can he wield it? Will he be a nuisance around to actually slow them down? They're pushing in. They're going to try and counterplay from both angles. He gets 1 headshot, but Issa trades it back. And this is where they now swarm out. They burst towards the site. Kiev needs to be on the ball here and actually find these frags, but the timing could be awful for him. He's able to resituate himself back towards the A site. Through the smoke, got Beatus damage as well, but the miss from Kiev could be critical into them losing this round.
One man advantage for HellRaisers right now as they have the site, but next there, wielding the NWP finds a second as well from Connector. Let's give the one man advantage right now. Dead Fox in the 1 versus 2, 25 seconds left, but the numbers are being punched in. The bomb is down.
The bomb has gone down. Dead Fox tries to take the fight through. He's trying to create 1 versus 1 tier. The players are low. God B left them 30 HP, next on 74. If he takes down God B first, there is so much potential on the round, but he doesn't spot him out. God B crouches up, yells peekaboo in his ear as he finds the headshot.
Oh, I doubt he yells peekaboo because he's German.
They still say peekaboo, eh? Surely. Well, it's probably a different...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably means the same thing, though.
Well, what does peekaboo mean?
Hello? I don't know. What's the translation for peekaboo? Is it just peekaboo?
I don't know. Someone tweet us.
What's German for peekaboo?
Yeah, there you go. Peekaboo. That doesn't sound German at all, does it?
What that was.
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, it's going to be 30-10, a 3-round advantage for Pig. Another buy though coming from HellRaisers. They did get the bomb down. They are in a 4-round loss deficit, which means 3.4k plus the 800 for applying to the bomb. They have enough money to buy here, Jack, as we go into round number 24.
Apparently, guck guck is peekaboo in German.
Have you just Googled it?
No, I've just got word in my ear.
Duck guck.
Guck guck.
Oh, dearie me.
Hit with the old guck guck and won the round. Classic God B. Absolutely
Classic.
vintage guck guck play. As they're now pushing their way in though towards the B bomb site, will God B live up to his hype as they do start to flood their way through. The early frag comes out from Nex. Nex, the double kill as well. God B rattles away with the M4 as he gets that early kill. Nex still just hungry for the frags, and they are being fed to him, served up on a platter. Everyone on HellRaisers has been hitting the deck. God B for the final kill, and they keep this pain train chugging along.
No bomb plant there for HellRaisers, but luckily for them, they do have enough money to potentially buy. It will be a weak one of that. They can buy a few AKs here and there, but they will have light utility. Obviously, utility can be the difference maker when these rounds get so close. Big, winning 6 on the trot now. As we go into round number 25, they have the 4-round lead on their CT Harvest with the double up setup once again, which has been paying dividends so far. Usually we see Lega going for the secondary AWP, but actually this time it's been Next. 4 players towards B from HellRaisers. They've tried the A site multiple times. They get the bomb down. They have the afterplan, but somehow, some way, Big, essentially their name, they come up big. They are winning these retakes towards that notoriously hard site. This time, though, they're going to take their chances and edge their bets towards B.
They're risking it all, but is it going to pay off? Frags are being traded out right now, but eventually Nex will be able to grab the advantage. He finds headshot Nex as well. The double kill comes through the AWP. He's been so crucial towards that B site defense. He's tenacious in his individual plays, but the response is there from Angel. He knows that everything is on his shoulders.
Oh,
goes down.
Another wallbang. Was that 5?
He just loves it.
He loves it. He lives for the wallbangs. Match point now for Big, as they are at 15. They have 5 chances now to close this one out in regulation time. HellRaisers sitting at 10. Going to go for another buy, of course, as their backs are against, well, the ropes, essentially. Yep. It's going to be the buy coming up from there. 3.4k onto Issa. But what's he going to be able to afford? Probably a Galil, Kevlar, utility at that. It's looking like a 3AK buy, 2 Galils. And once again, their utility and grenades are so low.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Look how just lackluster it is with the amount of utility they have. They've had to invest every last penny they have. They've still not got too much to their name, really. Sure, they might have the rifles, but without the smokes, they can't really go for an execute. It's going to have to be more of just a contact play or an early split and pick and hope to find frags, but I doubt they'll be able to get through Big's defense in that style.
10,000 for Kiev, 9,000 there for Legia. HellRaisers have to chain together 2 or 3 rounds on the trot if they want to try break the economy, so that could be the storyline here for the potential overtime. If HellRaisers make this 12 to 15, or 13 to 15, win 3, break the money from Big, force an eco, make it 15 to 14, there's a chance, but obviously they need to win 3 full buy rounds. As we go into round number 26, they only have 2, oh, actually, no head armor onto Wosik and Issa, which means we are going to be seeing 4 AKs, but they're lacking the head armor, Jack. One shot from these M4s will take down these players.
They are playing hyper-aggressive, though. Very fast tempo play here from Angel, but Leggy is in position to try and cut this off. Got B as well on the opposite side. They peek out. They play a little game of good right now as they eventually will find the frag that you'd imagine. Actually, Angel gets the better of him, finds the headshot, is able to push his way through. They're swarming out towards A as well. Angel gets the double kills, takes down Tabson. This is ludicrous, Nods. It's not... Somehow Zero gets the frag towards Kiev. They now have A site control.
Angel now close towards window as well. Actually, God B will get the drop on him. He's actually going to be saving the AWP potentially. Oh no, actually, we'll be next with the AWP. We'll be saving the AK. In this scenario right now for Big, they have money, so they can play for exits. The HellRaisers' economy is low, so they can try and dent it as much as possible. If you play for exits here, try and force a UMP, a Galil again onto the T-bar and weaken or soften the firepower that you will be up against into round number 27. Let's see what Godby can do for Balcony.
Oh, Godby with a headshot. That is damaging. They are going to try and continue their attack a little bit here. They were putting up a fairly effective fight, but they start to back off, cut off the rotates. Next is actually going in from the rear. If they exit back through mid, he could cut them down. They don't have a lot of cash. They need to save these free weapons.
They will do. Obviously, if you have 2 players surviving the scenario, 2 players can drop, but 1 player can't, which means you would force out a UMP. That's why Godby got 1 kill towards APC, but he's still peeking towards default. He wanted to take down another player. Anyway, that's going to be 15-11 now. 4-round deficit for HellRaisers and 4 away from forcing overtime in the second map here. After winning the first one in convincing fashion, forcing OT and winning that one in overtime will be a great start for themselves in the Pro League. So the buyers going to be like for them. It will be the 3 AK buy and the Galil there onto Issa, but unfortunately for Big, HellRaisers this time they have more utility. They can play slower. They have time to bleed out the utility from Big. Wait, take it toward the map, and then execute to one of the 2 sites.
Nate's starting to come in, the double peek as well, but the Molotov, they really don't want to push through the fire and flames.
Unfortunate timing there for Big. They made such a good call to have a double setup there towards drop. They expected the play, but the timing there with Tabs with his grenades, and they couldn't quite capitalize off of the poor peek from HellRaisers.
That's true. Even though the timer was there, everything just went a little bit up in the air. They are going to reposition themselves. Tabson just holding with the Molotov pre-pulled. Nade rolls in as well. Oh, Angel on 3 HP. He must have a Guardian Angel looking over him right there, or he would have surely been dead.
So, almost a 1-man advantage there off the back of the HE from Tabson. Nevertheless, though, 15 seconds left on the clock. Bomb outside B. They can let Dead Fox fake presence towards A and force a rotation, but already they lose a player.
Oh, the timing very awful there, as they actually do see Tabson going down. Woxy was able to get the better of him. They can continue this aggression now, as they've created a small crack. They can resituate, burst their way through out towards B with timing, and force the CTs to look towards 2 angles at once, but Godby plays with his teammate very effectively. They're finding the frags. They want to try and close it out right now, as they're picking up all of the kills. A bit of a struggle, but eventually Nex will find the final frag over towards 0. They pick up the win, and Big make the series in a 1-1 fashion.
There you have it, 16-11 with the final score on there as the games go 1 for 1. Big going to be getting the draw tonight versus HellRaisers. So first map, Big losing out in very convincing fashion. HellRaisers stepping up, a very stark contrast to what we saw yesterday versus Heroic. We might see teams actually ban out Cash. We know that Big like playing on Cash, but it seems like HellRaisers, the difference between Cash and other maps they play on, it's, well, essentially stark contrast.
It's pretty cool as well how obviously that has gone because of the loss that Big took yesterday and the loss that HellRaisers took. Both of these teams are now sitting at 1-3.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the best start you want to the Pro League season. Then again, getting the win here means they can further try and get a buffer lead, try go positive in terms of their map score record. But who knows? I mean, HellRaisers looks so different to what they did yesterday. I'm actually very impressed with the differences they made. Yeah,
it did look a whole lot better. This is what we're saying, obviously. A lot more structure, a lot more cohesion, and actually playing together when they're going for pushes. It's not just 1-by-1, no real trade potential. They are actually working as a unit. So better stuff from HellRaisers. Unfortunately, not enough to close out the second map, but still a close affair. Looked like they might have been able to actually force it back into overtime towards the end there.
But that game was so close, 16-11. And actually, the pistols went 1 for 1. It's the first time HellRaisers have dropped a pistol so far tonight. And it begs the question, if HellRaisers had kept that run of form and made it 4 out of 4 pistols, could this have been a simple 2-0?
I think the extra 3 rounds there, obviously, maybe could have been their lifeline.
I mean, it would have been 14-12 at that point. They would have had the lead.
Yeah, so very different stuff. A lot of weird clutch rounds here as well. This was one of them. Obviously, Keith got that lunacy of a shot there as he actually did find that flick on towards Woxic. Then had to try and sort of just play around the timing here. Assumed that 0 was going to be able to go for a plant. Had to wide peek into it and got taken down.
This was nice. The second shot here. Obviously, he misses the first bullet and still connects the spray transfer. But obviously, then 1 versus 1, Tabson did win it. Yeah, I mean, essentially for Big, they had such a commanding lead early on. 7-2 advantage. And then somehow, some way, HellRaisers still made it competitive.
It was all just a lot of clutch rounds as well, to be honest with you. So many rounds that could have gone either way, just depending on small inconsistencies here and there. Just, you know, literally a fraction of a second difference in being able to adjust their crosshairs on what team would have been able to win those couple of key rounds. I mean, 4 or 5 rounds, you've got to say, were just big clutch impact frags.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, how many times did HellRaisers try and take control of the A site and basically get swamped? Also, the B site, essentially. God B towards B in his name.
Yeah.
Really did step up and deliver towards that, well, we call it pizza. I don't know what the international name is for that, but it's outside drop, outside electric, that little ledge you crouch behind, and you can have that headshot angle towards drop. And basically, God B being the difference maker there towards that B site definitely surmounted them that 16th round.
He was leading by example as well, which is always good to see. Obviously, very tactically minded, very gifted in that aspect of the game, works on sort of the depth and the playbook of the team and being able to keep them in line, but individually performed incredibly well during that series.
Yeah, I think everyone did, to be fair. I don't think there's any player that I could really pick out and say, you know what, you played bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Issa played much better. Probably the best game he's had, well, definitely the best game he's had so far in the Pro League. He went 20 to 20 or something roughly around there. So he put up numbers for HellRaisers, and actually, this game was so close. I don't know. Actually, I'm already very impressed by HellRaisers, the difference they made overnight. I thought this was going to be a fairly clean 2-0. And for me, HellRaisers did their job today.
Well, there you have it. Both of these games going to be shaping up with a victory to either team, but there is still more to come. We have 2 more maps, and up next is, of course, going to be Heroic fighting up against Godsent. Let's see if Messioso's coaching will be able to get Godsent in form today, or if it's going to be what we saw last night. That is going to be coming up after this short break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense,